In October 2003, Smackdown Here Comes the Pain released, and little did we know at the time it would have one of the greatest impacts on wrestling games of all time. To this day, people talk about it. They want a remake of it. But why is this game regarded as one of the greatest ever? I mean, don't y'all remember this? I went back to see why I love this game so much from my childhood, but also, with 2K24 around the corner, what lessons can 2K pull from the past?
But I've seen this one, this is a classic.
Let's be honest, all we really want is a remake of Here Comes the Pain with better graphics.
This is a gold mine.
Unfortunately, that's never gonna happen. I mean, hell would have to freeze over for that.
Looks like hell froze over.
But I have to believe that 2K24 can definitely look at Here Comes the Pain for inspiration. Look at the simplicity of this menu, the simple nature of exhibition, creation, season mode, and options. That's it, nothing else. Just straight up having a simple graphic of the game, having the character models on screen, and some background music. Simple, straightforward, getting you right into the game. It offered so much for giving you such a simple but awesome experience. And 2K23, where do we begin? Don't get me wrong, I love having options. I love the variety we get in modern games, but man, there's something about this that's just easy and simple. For one, I don't get a sales screen whenever I turn on the game, so that's a win.
Win, win, win.
The simple navigation, pick up and play nature made it so quick and easy to decide what I wanted to do. Also, character selection screen, can we talk about how I can just select my finisher, the min, the max, and I could do up to 5 finishers, not 3, 5. Come on, 2K, have you ever seen a Young Bucks match? It's just kicking out of finishers left and right all day long. There's no end in sight.
Headlock takeover!
And it's small details too, like the opponents doing the standoff before the screen loads. Also, can we talk about interference for a second here in the options menu? One small detail I'd love to see 2K adopt is manual interference. We currently change the probability of a run-in at the stage, during, or post-match, but Here Comes the Pain did an amazing thing, letting us select it manually by clicking down on the joystick. Imagine in 2K24, you start a match. You're either at the beginning, the middle, towards the end, and you simply press down on the right stick to bring up the options for interference, allowing us to maybe pick people from our stable that are our allies and select which ally we want to have come down and interfere in the match. Creates more dynamic, but lets us control the very nature of the match and what's going to happen and not leaving it up to chance. It would also take simulation up a notch, but also a really cool nod to the past. Even in a match, when we're applying a submission, we smash down on buttons to get them to tap, but they actually crawl to the ropes and break up the hold. And not only that, we see the animation of them when they're crawling, and we get the camera zoom in of when they are breaking up the hold, not just going closer to the ropes and then just getting the rope break prompt and it's over. Little details like that is what 2K needs to grab for the next game, letting us change that camera angle around so you can get more of that intensity of them grabbing and holding onto the rope that they're trying to break up the submission. I don't know why 2K doesn't add this. We'll get to the ropes, but there's no drama involved. The hold is just broken. It also brings me to the controls. Now granted, I do kind of prefer the new controls we get in 22 and 23 compared to previous years like 19 and before that. I think it's a little bit more streamlined. I like that it's not as complex, and for younger players that are maybe jumping into the series, it's fairly straightforward versus the controls we've had in the past.
That's uncalled for. I can't work with this woman.
And it's been a hot minute since I picked up Here Comes the Pain, so I had to re-familiarize myself with the controls. But I forgot how easy it is to just jump in and play. Run, direction for the grapple, the strikes, picking up weapons is made easy. Sure, it's very arcadey, but it was pick up and play instead now where there's a full tutorial section just how to pull off moves and walk around. Now with audio isn't anything to write home about with Here Comes the Pain. I gotta be honest, it's just you got background music and it's arcadey. That's the point, that was the nature of it. It's good for its time. There's no commentary team, and that's where 2K obviously over the years, things have evolved, they've gotten better. Kind of when it comes to audio, but we do need things to be improved when it comes to audio, and especially for the commentary team, crowd noises, the elevation during the peak moments in the drama of a match. We need more crowd involvement. We need all of that to have it stand out for entrances and during the matches. But man, some of those entrance themes, come on 2K, give us just way more of that. Give us those entrance options, those theme songs from the past. Put those in there. Oh, they're so good.
I could play this game forever.
Oh, I could.
I love it, don't you?
And they add way more depth. Speaking of depth, one thing I forgot we did in Here Comes the Pain were the WWE Shop Zone unlockables. Now, yes, we do get the 2K unlockables. You can go and buy the booster packs and you can unlock almost everything day one, except for things that are in showcase mode and anything that is associated with My Rise. Those are separate unlockables, but you can generally build up your currency and be able to unlock stuff if you just play it naturally. So we still see threads of that even today. And very much with today's 2K games, there's still elements of that where it is still just unlocking superstars, unlocking arenas, and unlocking, well, the same belts every single year over and over again. But in the Shop Zone, we get to unlock movesets. We unlock legends like $1 Million Man through our season mode, alternate attires for Jericho or Triple H, bra and panties color options for the different women.
Nice.
And even loading screens had unlockables, and you play through the season mode, earn the cash, and unlock the rewards. It's something I'd like to see 2K24 implement better with like the My Rise system, giving players more incentive to want to play through all of the career mode, or giving us achievements and unlockables through universe mode or My GM. Because in My Rise, yes, we do get unlockables. There's different models, there's different attires, there's some arenas that are in there, but I love the cash aspect of it, allowing me to decide what I want to unlock first, or if I just want to save all of my cash up and then unlock everything at the end. If My Rise did that, I'd have more incentive to really play through this thing, and I would want to be able to save up that cash and then just go crazy and unlock a bunch of different stuff instead of it just being handed to me as I go through the first hour of gameplay. And you might say, well, dummy.
Yeah.
They have my faction now, so they're just gonna lock everything behind that. Yeah, maybe. But they could allow us to earn my faction cards in the career mode, cash them in and get unlockables in the game, make exclusive cards accessible by completing different achievements in different modes, get rare cards that way instead of just through one mode that's online. There's different ways they could approach my faction to make it more engaging for players. Think about going through My Rise or going through your universe mode, completing a full season or year of your calendar in universe mode and getting my faction cards, rewards, points, and being able to use those, cash those in to get more unlockables. It creates that cycle for players to be able to feel like they're grinding out more things versus just pigeonholed into the My Faction experience. Also, alternate loading screens, that's just fun. Season mode just had so much replayability in it instead of today, allowing me to use any wrestler I want, like The Rock, and go through my season, allowing me to also select who the champs are, who's on the roster, and even who are the heels and the faces, all impacting my career. It's that slight bit of freedom that you get that I feel really is missing from a My Rise experience. Now, there's one major aspect here that I think we have not touched on yet, and that is match types. Because oh my, does this thing kick ass. Singles matches, multi-man tag matches, hardcore rules matches, Royal Rumble, survival match, and all the main events you can imagine. 2K does give players virtually every match combination you could think of. Plus, they do allow us to create our own custom match types, but look at all of these. Who remembers Captain Fall Tornado 6-man tag elimination, brother? If your captain loses, your team loses, but it could just lead to you, the captain, in a 3-on-1 scenario. And it added so much more stakes to this, and it was more fun to play tag team matches and multi-man matches. But we also had lumberjack matches where the lumberjacks actually got involved. 2K already gives us 2 managers on the outside. Could we not just make them more aggressive so that they are going to come to the ring and they try to get more interference, more involved in the match? It's just make a lumberjack match. We also got one of my personal favorites that I am dying for them to bring back, 3 Stages of Hell. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match, which we do currently have, but you get to pick each match type. And it was amazing to start off with any which way you like. You could go for a hardcore match as the first one, then a cage, then Hell in a Cell. The choice was yours, and it immediately went into the next match type, and you kept your damage. You jack up your difficulty, and oh man, Slobber Knocker is another fan favorite here, going through essentially a gauntlet match. Again, 2K, where are you? Round after round of beating opponents, trying to last as long as you can, delivering knockouts. Imagine if 2K could also deliver this match type back, but bring it online so we could go up against friends and check our leaderboard stats. I know, that's assuming that online works smoothly in any capacity, but I can dream. And of course, I'm not forgetting special guest referee. But the funny thing is, I went back and replayed and I totally forgot there's a limit on which referees are playable. We have Vince and Stephanie and Shawn Michaels and others. You have a limited selection for who could be the special guest referee. The beautiful thing was, it wasn't just a 1v1 with one referee, you could also do 2 referees. Getting a modern spin on this in 2K24 is not only highly requested, but it's needed to keep the game fresh. In 24, we really need this match type to play through in not only exhibition, but put it through universe mode, allowing us to step up those rivalries, making things way more fun, way more captivating, more interesting, more cutscenes related to special guest referee matches. And the legends in Here Comes the Pain were great to see. The roster was something special too. And in fact, some of those we might actually see in 2K24. So click right here because we're talking about all the possible DLC options that we could be seeing in the next game. See ya.